this life was all I ever wanted.
I'm not leaving. Not yet.
I was hoping you'd say that.
We gotta hit the streets, make some money.
People like us must destroy people like him. Buckle up.
Get Showtime free at Showtime.com.
The situation with your brother, what was your thought seeing him, his trajectory? To me, I'm a football head, so he was on the way to the Hall of Fame. There's no question. So to sustain a career-ending neck injury, what was the thoughts on that scene? That's your big bro, your hero, your dad in some sorts.
Man, that broke me, man. I remember getting the call, and I was talking to him. He said, yeah, because I saw it the week before they played the Falcons. And he had a little injury, and he seemed like he was like struggling to get up. But he ends up getting up and walks off the field. He didn't come back in the game, but I figured everything was going to be okay. He had a stinger. And then the next week, he played in Tampa. He had 7 for like $130, $140, 2 touchdowns.
Killer.
Yeah. And so I remember saying, and he barely, the guy grazed him with his forearm across the front of his helmet. And he said he couldn't get over. He said he was trying to get up, but he couldn't. He said he tried to roll himself over, and he couldn't. And I'm like, that little hit? He said, but they sent me to the doctor for some tests. Man, he called me. I was talking to him that Sunday night. He called me that Tuesday night. He said, man, I'm never playing again. I said, what? He said, nah. He said, the doctor told me, he said, I got very lucky. He said, another hit, I could probably be paralyzed. Damn. Man, I cried. Man, you thought somebody died. Because everything that he was, I wanted to be.
What did he get, 7, 8 years in?
He got 7 years
7
in.
years.
7 years, 2 100-catch seasons when that was unheard of.
That was
he was
new.
3-time first-team All-Pro, led the league in receiving, had the Triple Crown.
Oh, he was a monster.
And
I loved Sterling.
Man, that hurt me. Man, that hurt me so bad. That's still, because I always think, what if?
Right. Would have been one of the greatest. There's no question about it.
Because he and Jerry were right there.
Neck and
they
neck.
were neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
And it was tough. It was tough. I still think about what, and I still to this day, I would gladly give it up my career. Say, nah, hey, God, hey, give him a healthy neck. Let me take this. That, man, it just, because everything that I was able to accomplish, there's no way I'm accomplishing this without him.
Absolutely.
Everything, the way he pushed me, I could hear his voice. We play in a basketball game, the gym crowded, I could hear his voice. Do it like this. Hey, Doc, stop playing with him. Take it. I could just hear his voice. We go to the state track meet, and I could just hear him says, okay, well, this is what we need to do. He says, get your warm up, get good and warm. Because I didn't jump a whole lot. I jumped one time. Me was over for me. That's all I did one time. See, I go and put it out there like 48 feet, and I'm done. I got to save my leg. I got to run later. So I ain't got to put all them jumps on my legs. Mm-hmm. So it was just, man, that hurt, man. I still, because like I said, knowing how hard he worked. See, the difference was I wasn't always the hard worker that I became that. I was just naturally, God gave me more God-given ability than him. Mm-hmm. So you show me something, okay, anything. Okay, I'm good. I got it.
You gonna figure it out.
But he was working hard. He worked hard in school. He did well in school. Man, I'm like later for school. I'm here to play sports in school. I thought football, basketball, and track, okay, then school. He was the opposite. He did good on his SATs. He got A's and B's. I was like, hey, they pass people with C's and D's too. So, hey, that means I ain't got to take no homework. I took one book home in 4 years of high school. And that was because the teacher told me he was going to check my locker, and if the book was in there, he was going to fail me for the class. I didn't read it. I just took it home.
Got rid of the evidence.
Yeah. But for when that happened, like I said, it was like, that's still one of the 2 or 3 saddest days of my career when he told me, say, it's over for me, bro. So he told me it's on you now. And so we get to the Super Bowl in '97, and we're doing an interview with NBC, and we're sitting down talking. I was like, yeah, I'm going to give him the Super Bowl ring. And he looks at me. He's like,
Oh, he had no idea.
he had no idea that I was going to do that when we win the game. And I'm sure he's thinking, that's the most prized possession. That's what you play for. That's why you lift all those weights and all the dedication and all the recitals and all the things that you miss for that moment.
That moment.
Because that's the culmination, that's the crescendo of your particular sport. Super Bowl in football, and you sport, it's the NBA Finals, you win that ring. But for me, that's not possible without him. And so the only way I can say, bruh, thank you for everything that you've done.
Right.
Thank you for being in my corner.
Tremendous.
Thank you for everything, for being the man, because when Papa died, there was no dominant male figure in the house, and you took that role, and you made sure your baby brother had everything. Thank you. That was, for me, the journey was what I because I got to live that. I got the bus ride, I got the plane rides and going to the stadium and being in the arena. That's what it was for me. That's what it's always been. That's why I don't wear the ring. For me, the ring, it symbolizes something different for everybody. But for me, I wanted him to have that ring because it would mean more to him than it ever would for me. So to give him that ring and see the joy on his face that he got that, because I believe there's no question in my mind he would have gotten it had he continued to play. But man, I wouldn't. But all that, I think it took all that for the way how we were brought up and my brother going through that to get me here, to get to me to where I got to where I am today. Yeah,
You went and got 2 more chips after that.
This life was all I ever wanted.
I'm not leaving. Not yet.
I was hoping you'd say that.
We gotta hit the streets, make some money.
People like us must destroy people like him. Buckle up.
Get Showtime free at SHOWTIME.com.